What is going on, everybody?
Hello!
It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. When we left off, we've gone back to court for a second time, and we're trying to help get Sasha off the hook. So, Mr. Krabs has been on the stand. Herman Krabs. I know it's Herman Krabs, but it's fun to say Mr. Krabs. But he's been up on there, and we're going on and on and on about stuff. But we might have another person that could be guilty of something. The other person who fed Orla while court was going on, not Pearls.
No.
So we're gonna go and fix it with, unfortunately, Sir Marlon Rhymes.
Sir Marlon Rhymes.
You have something to answer for. Police are calling Orla was found not guilty yesterday. Marlon Rhymes gave the orca a large quantity of food.
Yeah.
If the sleeping drug was mixed in with that food, it could be given to the orca without arousing police suspicion.
Now that you mention it, I do remember that flip-flopper feeding the orca.
My God.
Oh my God, they're out. The rap artist trying to kill an orca.
So you remembered, did you?
Oh God.
I see the time for a true sword fight has come. I call Marlon Rhymes to the stand. That fucking kid. Mr. Lawyer. Both Miss Orca Lover and Marlon Rhymes are important members of our crew. I don't want to suspect either of them, but I'm ready to accept whatever truth you find. Here, take this. Huh?
It's dangerous to go
charm.
on. It's the charm that matches the one Azura Summers had, isn't it? So you and Miss Summers were romantically involved, weren't you, Dr. Crab?
What? No, of course not. Sorry to disappoint you, but this doesn't belong to me. At the time, I thought it was Azura's, so I grabbed it. But it wasn't hers. Now it's up to you, Mr. Lawyer, to figure out whose charm it is.
Is it Marlon?
Marlon?
But
damn, you batting way above average, boy. I will. Thank you, Dr. Crab. After all, I'm interested in the outcome of this trial too. You know, I have a whole organization waiting on the verdict here.
Now then, please summon Marlon Rhymes to the witness stand.
Have a whole company
if
working to kill an orca.
Marlon was the boyfriend, then he moves on fast.
Well, I mean, it's been a year.
Yeah, but she died.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how old is
21.
How old Marmite?
21.
21? I didn't pay attention to it, so yeah, 21. How old is
22.
Sasha? 22. How old is the previous victim?
40.
Deceased.
Oh, no, deceased, yeah.
Okay.
I was to say Dr. Crab's 40.
Yeah,
so.
he's 40, but what was going on? Somebody making that face for? I haven't been watching the trial, nobody's told me anything.
Marlon Rhymes, you're under suspicion for the attempted murder of the orca.
Oh. Yeah, I did that. I mean, I see. Well, it's already out. Mr. Rhymes?
Hello?
Is he really going to admit it? Fine. I'll tell the truth. Okay, well. Let's see. He's gonna have us in the first half, not gonna lie, watch it. Sasha's lying to protect that orca. At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the orca pool. The incident happened before the orca was moved to the show pool. Ola killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high and making him slam down in the water. So I thought the orca should pay the consequences.
Now we're back to the orca again.
I did not see that testimony coming.
Now wait just 1 minute. Yesterday, Orla was proven innocent. Besides, you said Orla was in the show pool during the cleaning.
I don't want to sell Sasha out. That's why I didn't tell the truth. But the fact is, all three of us, Sasha, the captain, and me, were cleaning the pool room.
But Dr. Crab and Miss Buckler both said you were at the show stage.
Well, the only thing Dr. Crab knew about the cleaning was what I told him. I didn't give him a whole lot of details either. Maybe he misunderstood. And Sasha was on to protect the orca. She can't tell the truth. Sasha put blood on the skull rock herself to make a fake blood stain. I think it's pretty brave of her to let herself get arrested to protect the orca.
What?
Bro.
Mr. Rhymes, how can you lie like that?
Is the truth? Besides, wouldn't it be better for you if I wasn't lying? If the orca did it, you win your case.
What?
Wow, this is all very hard to believe. But if Mr. Rhymes' story is true, Miss Buckler would be innocent and the orca would be the killer.
Meaning if we turned our backs on Orla, we could save Sasha? Having a witness lie to save your own client? Huh. What a dirty, underhanded tactic, right, Dono?
We didn't choose this.
Yesterday, the defense proved Orla was not guilty. We have no intention of going back on our assertions now. What are you saying, Mr. Wright? All you gotta do is admit the Orca did it and Sasha goes free. Isn't a lawyer supposed to act in his client's best interest? But that wouldn't be acting in her interest. Miss Buckler believes Orla is innocent.
Yeah.
And we, of course, believe that Miss Buckler herself is innocent too. Acting in the client's best interest is an important part of our job as lawyers. Using dirty means to win a verdict would destroy our client's faith in us.
And you just got your badge back.
Exactly.
That's right.
I don't want to fuck this up again.
We believe in both Miss Buckler's and Orla's innocence.
What? I just don't understand how you can treat a human and orca equally.
Easy.
Sasha or the orca? You can only save one of them. I don't know about that. I'm about to fuck up your testimony like Swiss cheese. There's gonna be so many holes in it. I think I can save them both. All I have to do is disprove your testimony. Oh yeah?
I'm lactose intolerant.
Then go ahead and try. He's doing the anime thing.
Yeah, he's been doing that.
I will do just that.
The anime thing?
I can't tear down his testimony. If I can't tear down his testimony, I won't be able to save both of them. I have to find a weak spot and start tearing. Rip and tear. Like it's we'll rip and tear this cross-examination like it's fucking doom. All right.
The truth.
That's not even protect that Ortha. Hold it. Fuck you. What exactly do you claim Miss Buckler's lying about? Sasha put that bloodstain on the skull rock and stuff herself. There's false evidence. She had fake traces to try and save the orca. Objection. Witness, if you keep talking nonsense, I will seal your mouth shut. The defense supports the prosecution's idea. But Mr. Wright, my testimony helps your client. You ought to be happy. I want to save both Orla and Miss Buckler. I want to accept anything less. Now that that's understood, please continue with your testimony.
Dude, just tell the truth.
Fine. Bitch. What's that now? You're going at the bitch master? All right then. At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the
Phoenix's
pool.
gamer tag, bitch master.
When the victim was killed, how much water was in the pool? It was before the pool was drained for cleaning, so it was full.
Or shade master.
You went to the orca pool room and saw this yourself. Dr. Krabs said that you were at the show stage.
Just calling him Umbrella. He has so much shade.
But it's possible that Dr. Crab was misinformed or that he misunderstood. The witness already explained this. Or are you taking this meaningless tack? If you want to play games, Taka here would be more than happy to play with you.
I'll eat your face. We better be careful how we press the witness. Taka's watching us like a hawk.
Witness,
'Cause he is
continue. I mean, you're not wrong. The incident happened before the orca was moved to the show pool. Fuck that. So you're saying the incident took place before the cleaning began? Yeah, I guess so. The captain, Sasha, and I were going to do the cleaning together. It's much more efficient than trying to say just one person do it alone. In the defense's case, however, more lawyers means simply more lawyers. Nothing more.
What? You're one to talk. All you have on your side is a cantankerous bird.
What about me? I'm up here alone.
Are you people done?
Alone with my thoughts.
Need the witness to keep you focused? For shame, right, Dono?
What am I going to make for dinner today?
Hey, I was the only one who kept my mouth shut. Anyway, the incident happened in the orca pool before the cleaning got started.
Did I make chicken nuggets?
Well, I killed the captain by accident.
Sorry.
Alright, I think I already see what the problem here is.
What?
I believe. Because he's saying that the orca killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high and making him slam down on the water.
It was a 65-foot fall.
It was a 65-foot fall, and it's in the autopsy report now, but I'm going to keep pressing anyways for the content.
Yeah.
Can an orca even do that? Send a person flying up into the air like that?
Yeah.
Yep, of course. I've seen orcas bashing steel 60 feet into the air. So naturally, Orla could do that to the captain, too.
It's kind of morbid.
Yeah.
What a frightening thought! And you mention it so casually, Mr. Rhymes.
I see it all the time. What else can I say? It's the truth. Mr. Rhymes is claiming that Orla killed the victim by sending him flying into the air. But would something like that even be possible in the orca pool room? There's something about that statement that bothers me.
Yep.
And so you witnessed the moment the victim was killed by the orca, is that right?
Exactly.
Wow, you are a liar.
I thought the orca should pay the consequences. Bold move, Cotton.
Yeah.
And that's why you put the sleeping drug in Orla's food. Oh shit.
Oh god.
Oh, yo, Sasha could be found guilty if we let her be. But if the orca died, Sasha will go. Okay, then, yeah, you cut the beat off real quick. Sasha will go free. Yeah, thanks for cutting the beat off, DJ. Prick. Thought the orca was already dead. Sasha might tell the truth and free herself. That might seem cruel, but a man killing an animal has to be put down.
It's you.
The culprit must have tried to do away with Orla because she was a witness to the crime. But if Mr. Rhymes is the culprit, how would he try to protect Sasha?
Sensing some very complex emotions from Mr. Rhymes. I need more information before I can do a proper analysis.
If I'm going to tear down his testimony, then I guess I have to present evidence. Of course, we don't believe Mr. Rhymes' testimony.
But he's suggesting the murder took place in the orca pool. Unless we can disprove that, we won't be able to save both Orla and Sasha.
Okay. The other thing I want to check, even though I'm going to go to this and have that ready, but I also want to see, because doesn't the sensor talk about, no, it talks about the food at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Autopsy
we
report.
look at the autopsy report. Thought to be from a 65-foot, well, it says they've changed that a little bit now.
They have?
Because now it says thought to be from a 65-foot fall into pool. But then we can still use this because ceiling to pool bottom is 100 feet. Well, 65 minus 100 is 35. Fuck. Huh. So 30 feet is possible. But that's the only thing we have that, like Phoenix pointed out, would be against that. We only even have the. I think we got to use this. I'll take the risk on it. Yeah. Okay. Cool. When lies are piled on top of each other, contradictions start to emerge.
Wasn't it Mia that said lies beget more lies or something like that?
I think so.
Yeah.
This time is no different. Are you saying there's some kind of inconsistency in my testimony?
Or was it Diego that told her that and then she told us that?
Maybe. That's exactly what I'm saying. You claim that the victim was sent flying about 30 feet into the air. But the autopsy report states the cause of death was thought to be from a 65-foot fall. What? Additionally, in your testimony a moment ago, you said at 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the orca pool. The pool is about 65 feet deep and there's about 30 feet between the water and ceiling. If the pool was full of water as you claimed, it would be impossible for the victim to fall about 65 feet, as the autopsy states.
Yep.
What the hell was that scream from him?
I don't know.
Mr. Rhymes claimed he was in the orca pool room so he could make these statements. But the truth must be that he was at the show stage just as Dr. Crab and Sasha testified.
I believe that brings us back to the orca didn't do it.
I didn't believe the witness's testimony from the outset. I am grateful to you, Right Dono, for shutting the witness up, as I thought the only person who could have killed the victim is Sasha Buckler. The fact still remains whether the witness was the one who tried to kill the orca or not. Son of a... Mr. Rhymes was right about one thing. His testimony was advantageous to our case.
Yeah, but it was a lie.
But pointing out the contradiction in his statement will only drive us into a corner.
As Prosecutor Blackwell said, suspicion against Miss Buckler is now deepened.
Oh, if I don't do something fast, the judge is going to find Sasha guilty.
But Mr. Wright, isn't there anything we can do? There has to be a way to prove Sasha's innocent.
At a time like this, a lawyer has to force their biggest smile. Or the thing they do is turn my thinking around.
Yep.
Instead of trying to prove that Sasha couldn't have done
slogan.
I have to think about what made it possible for somebody else to have done it.
Oh boy.
Is it time to switch the crime scene? As long as the crime scene is the orca pool room, then Sasha's the only one who could have committed the crime. No need for pity, your baldness. Just finish him off with a swift verdict.
It appears the defense has no objections. Very well, I will give my verdict.
Objection!
No,
hold it. Your Honor, please hold off on that verdict.
But you are so quiet, Mr. Wright. Do you have something to say now?
Have you ever heard an internal monologue, Judge? Jesus Christ. So selfish.
Internal monologue?
The defense has a counter-argument, that's the point.
Do you have a log in your head? Do you like trees, Mr. Wright?
Oh my God.
You do?
No, I don't like trees.
trees.
No, stop, Judge. Pitiful. Such desperation. You look pale. Are you sure you're prepared to make this counter-argument? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets.
There it is.
I'll never forget those words no matter how many years go by. Even though it's probably just a bluff, I'll give it to them with a smile. What if the scene of the crime was somewhere else?
The scene of the crime?
Somewhere else? What? You're finding fault with the police investigation now? As I understand it, the prosecution's argument is as follows. The scene of the crime was the Orca pool room. Only the defendant and victim entered that room when there was no water in the pool. Therefore, only the defendant could have committed the crime. That is correct. Then riddle me this. But if the scene of the crime was not the Orca pool room, then somebody other than the defendant could have committed the crime.
What is he talking about?
I have no fucking ungodly idea.
Are you sure you know where you're going with this?
It might not be too sure, but I can't back down now.
Yeah, no. What do you do?
Mr. Wright, you bet I'm wrong, but this isn't one of your bluffs by any chance.
Of course not. The judge knows me far too well.
You're not a lawyer for 7 years and you're already back to it, I see.
Well,
Do you have a theory on where the actual scene of the crime was?
yes, of course. Think, Phoenix, think. Think of a place other than the Orca pool room where one could fall to one's death.
And by all means, please share your theory with the court. Evan, where was the real scene of the murder?
Oh, I'm sharing it. It's the show pool, baby.
Yep.
Show pool.
Take that.
The show stage pool might have been drained of water at some point as well. And if so, it would be just as possible to fall to one's death there as the Orca pool. Right, Dono? What you're doing is a disgrace to your profession. I sincerely hope you have some basis for what you're suggesting. Of course I do. I will, as soon as I think of something. The victim's body was found at the Orca pool. How do you explain that?
It was moved.
How about if, after the victim was killed in the show stage pool, his body was moved to the Orca pool?
How about if... what kind of presentation of your argument is that? You better have a reasonable explanation of how the body was moved.
Well, hold on a fucking second there. There's no turning back now. I have to think of a way the body could have been moved. Was there something at the scene that could have been used to move the body? Boinkers.
Yep.
The hoist runs between the Orca pool room and the stage show. Show stage. Show pool, whatever the fuck it is. The stretcher can be hung from the hoist to move things like Orla or the Skull Rock. The stretcher could also have been used to move the dead body.
Yep.
Yes, the stretcher can move the Orca or the Skull Rock. Seems like they can also move a dead body as well.
Wow, somehow that works. You just might be able to pull this off. If the show pool was the scene of the crime, somebody else could have done it.
Objection.
Of course you'd object.
You desperately spew conjecture and now you even make up a crime scene?
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Eek! Not again!
You don't have the soul of a warrior. You don't deserve to be on the battlefield. And even your fabrication is half-baked. It's a disgrace.
Oh, half-baked? That's my favorite Ben & Jerry's ice cream flavor.
What do you mean half-baked?
It's so good. Have you had it?
No, that's not important right now, Judge. The hoist can be operated from the Orca pool room only. Gah! And the only person who entered the Orca pool room was the defendant. So even if the body was moved, the only one who could have moved it was the defendant herself.
I think he just shit his pants.
Probably.
I can smell it from here. Oh.
I thought that was you.
No, not me. Come on, man.
Order! So it comes back to the defendant no matter which pool it was.
Meaning I can't clear Sasha either way. Sasha said she moved Orla to the skull and the skull rock. And I believe her. So could it be possible that she moved the body herself without being aware of it?
He was in the rock, remember?
That was my original thought, that he was inside the rock.
That's why Orla was banging her head
bashing
against
on
it.
to free him from it.
Yep. Boom, we solved it.
Mr. Wright, do you have an objection to Prosecutor Blackwell's claim?
I'm so fucking good. Do I have an objection to claim that the defendant moved the body? I have no objections. I have no objections. Miss Buckler must have been the one who moved the body.
He's like...
What?
Mr. Wright, are you admitting the defendant committed the murder?
No. I'm simply conceding that she was the one who could have moved the body. However, I contend Miss Buckler was not aware that is what she was doing. The culprit made her move it unbeknownst to her.
The defendant moved a dead body without recognizing that it was a dead body? What? How could that be possible?
The body was found in the orca pool. It must have been moved there somehow. Might find some kind of hint in the things she moved with her stretcher. The culprit made Miss Buckler move the body along with this piece of evidence.
The skull rock.
Where's the fucking rock? It's Dwayne Johnson.
Oh my god. It's not just a boulder. It's a
rock. It's a rock.
The skull rock?
The pioneers used to ride these bad boys.
What?
It was something like that, right?
The pioneers used to ride these babies for miles.
That's right.
That's the exact
I remember
quote.
I saw on Reddit.
I've seen SpongeBob way too much.
I remember someone on Reddit pointed out
Not
that
recently, but back when I was a kid.
sea sponges move by attaching themselves to rocks.
Huh.
So it was an intelligent writing joke as well. And it's like, wow.
I didn't know
fucking
that.
good on it. Anyways, the skull rock. Miss Buckler told me yesterday that she moved the skull rock when she was cleaning. The only two things Miss Buckler moved to the orca pool are Orla and the skull rock. I would like to suggest that the victim's body may have been inside the skull rock.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm so fucking good.
I did that too.
I know, but like I called it so early long ago, remember?
I called him being in the rock long ago, remember?
I don't remember. My brain is bad at anything, but
this
him
was a
inside
joint
the rock.
effort is what I'm trying to say, Mr.
Very true. The body could have been moved to the orca pool with the hoist. At the show stage, Marlon Rhymes loaded up the skull rock with the body inside, and then he used the walkie-talkie to let Miss Buckler know the rock was loaded. Miss Buckler operated the hoist from the orca pool room and moved the stretcher.
All these months of playing murder mystery games has really paid off.
I know, right? Months? I think you mean years at this point.
Well, I was gonna say years, but years is usually more than 3 years.
Ah, it's fine. She moved the rock without knowing the body was inside.
Do you really think there's enough space inside the skull rock to place a body?
The swashbuckler flyer indicates it could be possible. Please focus on the question at the bottom left.
Oh, it says, who will obtain the gold coins hidden in the skull rock? In that case, I suppose the rock is most likely hollow.
What's more, if the body was inside the skull rock, it explains the remaining unanswered questions.
Why she was headbutting her.
Such as?
Please take a look at the security footage of the scene Mr. Plume witnessed. Where did the body that Mr. Plume saw come from? Please recall, what was Orla doing to the skull rock at this time?
She was trying
She was headbutting it.
so hard to rescue someone who was already dead.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
It is.
Oh!
That's right. Orla's ramming released the body from the skull rock. The body had been placed inside the skull rock and moved there from the show stage. I assert that the real murder scene was, in fact, the show stage pool. What rubbish is this now? You don't have a single scrap of evidence. It's easy enough to verify what I say. Take a look inside the skull rock for yourself. You should find some kind of proof that the body was there. Blood, fibers, hair. Right, Dono?
Oh, boy.
Oh my god, he's fucking right.
Wow, for once, he's
The wild lawyer did it again.
the blue boy. Mr. Wright, that was incredible. You turned things completely around. And to think, it all started with that half-baked bluff, too.
Whew, it needed to be in the oven a little bit longer. What'd you think? That was a close one. Did you really have to add that last bit?
Remember, didn't I say that if we do reveal that it was taking place in the show pool place, that it would be like a turnabout moment?
Yeah.
And I was right.
Yeah.
If the murder took place at the show stage, then who is the perpetrator?
It is naturally the person who was at the show stage. You're talking about Dr. Krabs, right?
Dr. Crab.
I know. Mr. Rhymes, weren't you the one who loaded the skull rock onto the stretcher at the show stage?
Oh.
Son of a bitch. Wow, Mr. Wright. That was some pretty smart brain work you did there. To be honest, I never thought you could figure it out. Tried to protect myself, but I guess it came back to bite me.
Are you confessing you gave false testimony before, Mr. Rhymes? That's perjury!
Yeah, what Mr. Wright says is true. The body was inside the skull rock. And it's true the captain was killed in the show pool too. What? He's admitting it that easily? This time I'm gonna tell you the whole truth about what happened that day. Orla beat the shit out of him inside the pool, knocked his ass into the rock. Bada bing, bada boom. I was so afraid I had to hide it somewhere because I couldn't believe it.
Witness testimony.
Let's see this, buddy. In the show pool, the orca shot the captain up into the air. Then the captain came down and slammed into the water. I can still remember the spectator's screams clearly. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the orca. When Mr. Plume missed the orca finding the body, I freaked. The spectators? What?
Huh?
So now we're back to the orca again, I see.
If you were going to give testimony like that, why did I bother putting you on the stand? All I'm doing is telling the truth. That day Sasha wanted to do the old version of the Swashbuckler Spectacular. Like that she had the body in the skull rock and moved to the orca pool. I was gonna figure out what to do with the body after the show was over.
The Skull Rock is part of the new show.
Yeah.
Which they haven't
The
started
orca's the
yet.
one that killed the captain. It wasn't me and it wasn't Sasha. So it's Mr. Rhymes' idea to hide the body in the skull rock. But if Mr. Rhymes is the culprit, why would he protect Sasha? False charges against Sasha would mean he himself would escape suspicion. So why?
Also, if there were spectators, this would be all over the news.
I was saying, I thought this happened overnight.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
Mr. Wright, how about if you leave this to me?
Athena, do you mean you heard something?
Oh yeah, I heard some bullshit. Yep, noise, that's what I'll call it. Discord in Mr. Rhymes' heart.
So that means somewhere in his testimony there is an inconsistency in his emotions.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Athena, give him a good counseling session.
I'll counsel him, all right. You got it, boss. Talk, you heathen, talk.
Oh.
Huh? What's this?
What are you getting, Athena?
This testimony is pretty complex. Feelings of deep sadness and intense anger are being called up. Those two emotions appear to be running out of control.
Out of control emotions? Is that going to be a problem?
Yep, I'll deal with this a lot in the future. We'll have to probe their cause if we want to get to his true emotions and testimony. There might even be odd or unnatural spots in his testimony he isn't even aware of.
All right, let's probe the cause of his out of control emotions then.
I'll explain how to probe. Let's find the root cause together. If you see something off in a statement, tap the probe button. Next, point to what's causing Mr. Rhymes' out of control emotions. Finally, tap probe to complete the process. When emotions are out of control, memories can be recalled incorrectly. If you still haven't found anything after all the statements and images, I'll help.
Great. All right. I'll get started comparing the statements with the images. I think I know what's going on. He's combining this with what happened to Azura, whatever her name was.
Yeah.
I think he's combining his memories of watching that show a year ago.
Whoa.
Oh boy, the emulator did not like that one. The show pulled the orca shot the captain up into the air.
The chaos was...
The captain came down and slammed into the water. You still remember the spectator's screams. clearly. Yeah, we're gonna need to question that one. Let's
You don't want to see the rest of it?
What do you mean?
Or is that it?
Well, no, we have to probe what's wrong in this portion of it.
Oh, okay.
So, obviously the audience, because that should be a bit of a... That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, no.
I doubt there were any spectators there at the show stage when the owner died. If there had been, those witnesses would have told us the true crime scene right away. What? Oh, right. Of course, I just made a mistake. Yeah.
Buddy, you're messed up. Okay, that made the sadness subside. So maybe the spectators part was what was making him sad?
I wonder why I would make that mistake saying spectators were there. How strange.
The only thing I can think of is that he was mixing up one memory with another.
Yup.
Like, he was in a similar situation before and it was deeply imprinted on his heart.
Like
Scarred for
watching
life,
his
one might
girlfriend
add.
dead floating in the water in
Yeah.
front of people. Situation where an orca killed somebody and there were spectators there. Hey! I think I know why he's mixing up his memories. The reason why Mr. Rhymes mixed up his memories is... hey, you want to talk about,
It'd be the...
Well, we
it'd be
showed
the
the
book.
charm? Yeah, the book. That's right. It's because you saw that happen a
Yep.
year ago. Let's throw that out there. Mr. Rhymes, I think I know what happened.
Oof.
Could you have been mixing up what happened a year ago with this incident? Maybe that's why you slipped and said the owner was killed in front of spectators? What? How did you? You're right. I did see the orca kill somebody a year ago. But what about it? I was just one of the spectators.
Really? Just another spectator? There must be a reason why you feel great sadness about that incident last year.
Stop this nonsensical scrutiny of feelings. Just present evidence to prove your point.
Beep! But boss, do we have any kind of evidence that would back us up here?
There is one piece that comes to mind that might explain his sadness. Well, I'm waiting. Let's see this evidence that has to do with Marlon Rhymes' sadness. Now it's time.
Now it's the charm.
Hey, Marlon. It's like familiar to you, buddy? Buddy, old pal? Azura Summers died an accidental death 1 year ago. And this is her boyfriend's charm. Hey, what are you doing with that charm? It was found in Rifle's stomach yesterday.
Yeah.
Judging by your reaction, I believe this charm belongs to you.
And he feeds Rifle and the penguins and everybody else, so that makes sense why he would, like, drop it and Rifle would eat it.
Mm-hmm. I guess I need to push him just a little harder to make him admit it.
When Mr. Rhymes said the word charm, he was very rattled. We'd better examine this charm a little more.
Good idea. Let's look inside it. Huh? Well, what's this? A photograph?
Oh boy.
Look at this photograph!
Oh my god. Is it gonna be of them too? Yep.
Well, there we go.
That's adorable.
Hey, this is Azura Summers and Marlon Rhymes.
Mr. Rhymes, you and Azura Summers were a couple, weren't you?
So what if we were a couple? Doesn't have anything to do with the captain's case. You believe you saw the orca kill your girlfriend. That's the cause of your sadness. Isn't that emotion of yours connected to the current case?
Silence.
Oh boy.
The only thing you've revealed was that the witness's relationship with the victim was a year ago. What does the witness's past have to do with the case at hand? I don't know yet.
But we managed to pinpoint the source of his sadness. Now let's delve into who Mr. Rhymes is angry at. Probably Orla.
I was gonna say. I just want to make sure which statement is the correct one to do it from. I don't know
Yeah.
if there's anything else. Well, this is gonna get updated for
Yep.
us, so. Still remember the captain's dead body clearly. Huh. I don't know if I should do it on the first one or the last one. I'm thinking maybe this
Yeah.
to probe into just Orla
Uh-huh.
in general. Let's try it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep, here we go. Mr. Rhymes, you're angry with Orla, aren't you? Angry? At Norca? Why would I be?
Oh my god, dude.
I think I have some reason to be mad and show me some proof.
Can we show you the
proof
book
that Mr.
again?
Rhymes has a reason to be mad.
Yeah.
I got your proof. I bet that evidence we just took a look at will come in handy here.
That too.
This charm indicates that you were Azura Summer's boyfriend. I'm sure you believe Orla killed your girlfriend a year ago. You lost your girlfriend and so you've been angry at Orla. Alright. I'll admit it. I'll never forgive that Orca. Azura's dead and that Orca is still swimming around happy as a clam. I became an animal keeper just so I could prove that Orca is a killer.
Jeez.
You're right. I want that Orca to pay. There, do you feel good dragging up a person's past? But it still doesn't change anything.
30%.
Ah, he's right.
No, you're right. I disagree. It does change things. His out of control emotion quieted down. Now we should be able to find out the truth behind that emotion. Beep beep boop bop boop beep.
Alright. Well, you know what? We'll get to the truth behind that emotion next time.
Bye!
And now we just have to hear this immense ringing sound going off for 23 and a half hours.
Sadness, anger, sadness, anger, sadness, anger.
My brain.